Now the time on the ice is quite expensive, and it is very limited. At the end of the day, it is important to answer one question: what did I learn this day? How my technical and physical preps look like? Oh, this is a question, very important question, and I will have, very long answer. But briefly, I think the technical preparations, it's all about the equipment you have. I start already putting notes during the current season, and definitely I do a summary in the end of the season in order to actually have enough time to get this what I think it is necessary to have for the next season. We all know that preparing or building iceboat equipment, this is not like a bakery that you can just go think more that you think that you want to have for breakfast fresh bread, and you just jump into the bakery and you buy it. It takes time, and it's not a matter of money, because like in other technical sports, the most important factor, it is time. And that's why I start this quite early. And my physical preps, how do they look? I think it's very important to be fit. And then if you just try to keep your fitness whole year around, it is much easier to be well prepared for the season. But maybe just two months before the start of the season, let's say beginning of the October, I just spend more time doing exercises which simulate the movement or the movement during sailing. And I started specifically. I start running and just exercise a bit sprinting, because with the age it is very important to make sure that you avoid the problems with the Achilles and with the muscles. I do some exercises which are strengthening the muscles of my arms, and that's it. I do nothing special actually, and I know that if I spend enough time just before the first regatta, it's gonna bring me into the good shape. I know that any matter how hard I prepare myself, how much training I do, the first days on the ice are quite painful. When do you start preparing? I mean, as I said, the technical part of the equipment, I start to prepare already by putting notes by the end of the season, which means latest in the March and April. I just put notes. I start to order a few parts, and that's it. And my fitness, I just try to keep all year around to keep fit. To do some mountain biking, some session in the gym, kayaking, just more all around fitness. And from October on, I just start to do more specific preparation, which means running, sprinting, trying to load up the muscles. I know they will be most loaded during sailing. And at the end, anyway, the first days on the ice will be quite painful, but the better you are prepared, the less pain you're gonna feel. And it's all about trying to avoid problems with the muscles, and especially for us older guys with the Achilles, that we can properly start and run fast at the start. During the years, the targets that they had, that they were changing, and definitely I remember the preparation for the first World Championships. I won. Finally, I won. I knew that exactly what I want to do and how I want to achieve it. So it was full-on program. And now this has changed a little bit, but it is for everyone. It is very important to set proper goals for the season, and I would say the more important is to set the proper goals and not maybe the goals which are very difficult to achieve, because once you not gonna achieve them, they're gonna cause kind of frustration in your mind. My main idea in the last years is just be prepared. I mean, technically as well as you can, which means the equipment has to be prepared very, very well, and you gotta be prepared very well as well, your body, and you just have to enjoy sailing racing, and this is actually what I do. You enjoy sailing, I enjoy the adrenaline, and every minute I spend on the ice, I enjoy, and I don't look at the results actually. The results is going to come. It is very nice, but if you don't achieve your result, you still can say that you had a great day on the ice. You meet your friends. You just compete, and you just analyze what you can do better for next day, or what you can change in order to improve your boat speed. And every day is a new learning day for me. I say I have a great experience. And yes, what is your strategy to achieve targets? Main focus, short winter. Yeah, we know everybody that now the time on the ice is quite expensive, and it is very, very, very limited. And that's why you have to work out, actually plan for every day you go on the ice, and depending on the ice conditions and the wind conditions, you at the end of the day, it is important to answer one question: what did I learn this day? And you put some notes. And strategy is again very simple. Do the best you can, enjoy, and at the end analyze what you can do better and what worked fine, what didn't work fine, and what doesn't work fine. And important is again to answer why you were going fast, and why you were going so slow. So it is all about effectivity. If you do any changes, you just gotta think why you are doing and what is the result of this kind of change. You change runners, you change the rig tune, and then I mean you gotta be sure, you gotta know what it was good or bad. And then you gotta put notes, because I did see many guys changing a lot during one day, during a short session, and I don't think if they have realized the result of the changes. If that was a really good improvement or bad improvement, and the time for testing, the time for testing you take, it is very important. So there's no rush. I mean, better to test less, but in the proper way, according to the weather conditions and to the wind conditions. And sometimes, I mean, pretty often you have to adapt your testing to this what is happening, you know. And sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes your job or your target you have achieved early. Then you say, okay, I've done it, and then I can do something else. But important that you always put notes, and you know where you are with the plans, with the schedule, what is left, what you have achieved.